All right, all you shrink wrap fans, this one's for you. You got Patti Smith's Horses album from 1975, 40 years old, still in the shrink wrap. Now, I gotta ask you folks that just swear by shrink wrap, what do you think happens to shrink wrap when you warm it in warm weather or however? If you're unsure, I'm going to show you. See how the corner is bent down there? And this other corner is bent down. A little bit better shot there and there. That's what shrink wrap does. If you leave it on your album and it gets hot or warm, shrink wrap is called that because it shrinks. And it's just going to pull your album down. So that's why I always get rid of the shrink wrap. Hi there, vinyl community. My name's Tom. You're watching my channel, High Rant District. Welcome, VC members, music lovers, anybody that hit the wrong button. Here to talk about some records. First of all, it's Columbus Day 2015. The Islanders won their first game of the season. That makes it a great Columbus Day. Not for every group of people, but for the Islanders fan and me, that's a great day. Let's talk about some records. I'm going to show some records that I picked up last year. 2014 is when I started collecting vinyl again. And let me kind of go through what I got around the middle of 2014. I was kind of in a countryish mode too. These are sort of chronological as I go along. Anyway, let's talk about some records. First up, we got Patsy Cline's Greatest Hits. Sorry about the glare there. This is a 2013 reissue of an album that came out in 1967-ish. Take a look at that. Looks like she kind of looks like a character from Austin Powers movie there. And here's a backside with a track list. I like country, I like serious old school country. Love Patsy Cline's voice, and when I'm in the mood for it, it's peaceful, almost a little soulful. Great stuff. This is like one of those a lot of Graham pressings, maybe like 180 or 200, I don't know. It's on Decca Records, Decca-ish, I don't know, 200 gram. Crazy, that's classic. Sweet Dreams, Walking After Midnight is a great song. I Fall to Pieces, everyone knows. Just so many great songs. And it's a reissue. Next up, we have a reissue of Elvis Costello and the Attractions. This is Almost Blue. It's a Mobile Fidelity reissue. It's numbered because that's important. And it's a 2012 reissue of their 1981 album. I want to say it's his fourth album, I think, third or fourth, somewhere around there. 180 gram. It's a good album. It's got Success on here. Tonight the Bottle Let Me Down. Color of the Blues. And spelled color wrong. So that's probably a misprint. Anyway, good album. It's a 1981 album, though. It should be something that I could find the original of in not too pricey form, so probably shouldn't have the reissue, but that's what I got. I was starting over. That's what I got. Next up, a little R&B in Erykah Badu, Worldwide Underground. This is on Motown from 2003. Something different. R&B is not my biggest thing. I really dig soul. R&B, you got to be in the mood for. Or at least I got to be in the mood for it. Uh, but I dig it. It's not a slam dunk or anything. But the lyrics are really good if you sit and listen. And yeah, it's got the lyrics on the back. I mean, you could read along and kind of get into it and dig it. Good stuff. Erykah Badu, Worldwide Unlimited. Next record, Johnny Cash, Out Among the Stars. It's a gatefold. See the inside there. In the back. This is a 180 gram. Came out on Columbia Legacy Entertainment, I guess, in 2014. Feel kind of funny about having this. It might have just like been one of those things where I just like it's late at night. I'm like flipping through Amazon on my phone and I just click to purchase. I feel kind of funny about having an album that came out posthumously. Came out in 2014. It's interesting in that it's unreleased tunes that were found, I guess, by his son and that were from recording sessions in like 80 to 84, somewhere around there. But, it's like I'm kind of funny about not having a record that came out like somebody else was cashing in, no pun intended, on somebody else's death. So it's kind of like, I don't have anything by Jimi Hendrix. I mean, I don't have that many records to begin with, but, I don't want to get a Jimi Hendrix record that came out after he passed away. So, it's an interesting album to have. I feel kind of funny about it, and my feeling funniness about it might end up in this getting traded somewhere. Anyway, Johnny Cash, Out Among the Stars. Ignore me. Reminder popped up. Blah. What do we got next? Somebody named Jay's. It's called the Black Album because the album's kind of black. Take a look at the backside. This came out in 2003. I think this is on Rockefeller Records, yep. Gatefold. This was Jay-Z's last album because he announced he was retiring in 2003. So, for the 3 years he retired, it was his last album. Anyway, it's good. It's hip hop. I enjoy a lot of hip hop. It feels like it almost feels like a compilation a little bit. I don't know. I think like every song is produced by somebody different, so this doesn't like feel like a cohesive album. I could be talking out of my ass. I usually am, but it's good. I don't consider it great, but Jay-Z, the Black Album. Next up. Oh yeah, Loretta Lynn, Van Leer Rose. This came out on Third Man Records in 2010? 2010, I guess. I thought it was 2011. Anyway, it's put out by Third Man Records by Jack White's company. And Jack White is the producer of the album. And one of the songs on here, Portland, Oregon, which is where I live, the song Portland, Oregon is a duet with Jack White. I need more Loretta Lynn in my life, not going to lie. It's like Patsy Cline, very distinctive, very country, not pop country, not the stuff they call country today, but actual country. Good stuff. Loretta Lynn, Van Leer Rose. I think that's a reference to mining. Maybe I think for being it could be the mine where her dad worked, if I recall. I don't know. I gotta stop drinking. That's a lie. I'm not stopping drinking. Next up, Nikki Lane. Nikki Lane, her debut album, Walk of Shame. This came out in 2011. Nikki Lane, Hello, vinyl kaleidoscope, Nikki Lane. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, here I am ranting about modern country, and I'm showing Nikki Lane. She's kind of all, but it's kind of like a. What the hell was that noise? Oh yeah. That's the excuse train rolling on by. Uh, Nikki Lane, it's not stuff you're generally going to hear on the radio. The lyrics can be kind of racy. I mean, the album's called Walk of Shame. You can get an idea from the album cover. The lyrics are good. It's catchy. Um, Walk of Shame is the main song, and that kind of is the tone of the record. It's good. I enjoy it. It's almost pushing that border of the type of country I don't like, but the type of lyrics on here that kind of keep it off the radio, kind of brings me back. So I enjoy it. And I also have her follow-up album that came out in 2014, Nikki Lane's All or Nothing. I think this is a 2014 issue. Yep, and this one's on New West Records. She was on a different label for her first one. I think it was called I Am Sound Records. And same kind of thing, it's not generally lyrics you're going to hear on the radio. It's not that far off of, the country that makes me go, arr, but it's good stuff. It walks that line, Nikki Lane, All or Nothing, good stuff. Next up, two more. Second to last one I want to show is a reissue of the Smashing Pumpkins' 1981 debut, Gish. 1981, they're not that old. 1991. This reissue is from 2011. I think that was just sitting on the back when it was in the shrink wrap. I don't like shrink wrap. I'm not going to go into it. I don't like shrink wrap. This is a gatefold. Got your lyrics in there. Back cover. It's kind of where it started. I saw this on Virgin Records around 1994-ish. I saw Smashing Pumpkins play in Buffalo, New York, at a small arena. And by small, I mean like 2,000 seats. This was before they became monster huge, and they had to play for like 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. Just went on and on. They loved the crowd, knew all the song lyrics. It was a great, great show by the Smashing Pumpkins. One of the opening acts was Faith No More, who I've always loved, except as a live act, they sucked ass. They were terrible. I was blown away by how bad Faith No More was. Anyway, Gish, debut album by the Smashing Pumpkins. Bam. Last one I'm going to show you today, another reissue. I got issues with reissues. I'm going to go into it one of these days. Today won't be the day. For now, I'm just going to shake my head disapprovingly at myself. So anyway, this is a reissue of Nirvana's debut album, Bleach. It's reissued on Sub Pop Records, which at least they were the ones that did the original release. It's a 2009... 2009 reissue of their 1989-ish release. So we got Floyd the Barber's good song, Love Buzz, Paper Cuts, Mr. Mustache. Weird that mustache is spelled moustache. But anyway, it's not a whole lot of the Nirvana that you're probably used to hearing on the radio. It's really, really good, though. It's worth listening to. This is probably nearly impossible to get brand new, so I guess I could live with it as a... I mean, it's probably nearly impossible to pick up an original of without breaking the bank, and I'm not breaking the bank for a record. But it's good. It's worth having. It's worth listening to. Nirvana. Bleach. Anyway, that's 10 records from around the middle of 2014 when I was reestablishing my record collection. I'm going to go catch the end of the Buffalo Sabres game now. Islanders. And coming up tonight, hopefully the Mets throw a couple of high, hard ones at the Dodgers. Dodgers fans, fuck off.